Hello there! Or wait, how do I want to do this? I had a really funny idea for an intro. Fuck, okay, well, messed that up. Anyways, hello there! Freaks, geeks, psychos, and sociopaths, and I'm ticked off! There we go. That wasn't as funny as I thought it would be. But, listen. So, this is gonna my multiverses rant video did really good. So, I'm gonna do, like, kind of another type of video like that. And basically, it's gonna be what the absolute crap is modern gaming. Like, I'm trying... Oh, wait, I should probably run into a level. Like, I'm trying to 100% some old games, right? Like Mad Max, I'm trying to 100% that. And, it's like, gaming companies now... Sorry, my ear itches, hold on. Game companies now really don't care about single-player experiences anymore, I don't think. Because, like, I don't know. Modern gaming is fucking weird. They just hate money now, I guess. But, yeah, it's like, I think a single-player game should not have any internet connectivity that results to 100% completion. You should be able to enjoy the game fully without online, in my opinion. And I don't really have any, like, I know there's other games that do that. I'm very unprepared. There's other games that do that, but it's like, I don't know. Mad Max, when they did that, kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Naughty Bear does it. Whenever I want to go and play Naughty Bear on my PS3, there's achievements tied to multiplayer, and so I can't really 100% complete it. And it's like, I understand achievements, because achievements, you know, aren't really important. You don't need to get them. But some games, I wouldn't say all games, but most games, I'm a completionist. Aw, fuck. Most games, I'm a completionist. So that shit just rubs me the wrong way. And speaking of poor video game decisions, you guys probably know about the whole, what is it called? Oh, right. WB Games shutting down 3 fucking shit, what are they called? 3 fucking things. The companies, I guess? Studios. Couldn't fucking think from them. I don't know why. Ow. But yeah, they're shutting down 3 studios. They're shutting down player-first games, which is understandable. I mean, love it or hate it, you gotta admit, devs are a bit incompetent, and whatever your opinion is on that game, WB didn't make it. All that went to the devs. So the beta being better than live release had everything to do with player-first games. But anyways, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but they need to stop tying. Like, if I want a single-player experience, I want a single-player experience. No one, I don't think anyone at the time hopped on Mad Max and was like, oh yeah, online features, cool, that's why I'm gonna play this. And honestly, it's kind of messing up the integrity of gaming. Cause like, back then we had games like Devil May Cry. We had games like we had games like Devil May Cry, God of War, which I've not played the recent God of War game, but the one I did play was one of the recent ones, and I forget what it's called. But holy crap! I don't know if it's just because I'm older or whatever, but same with Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider in modern God of War, and this is gonna be a hot take because everyone glazes those games like crazy. They are so boring. Half the time, it's not even a video game. Half the time, you're just sitting there watching a freaking movie. Just make a God of War show or something. And most of the gameplay is just, here's a puzzle that our character will say the solution to within 5 seconds. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm older and, you know, when you're a kid, things are more magical and new to you. But modern gaming just doesn't feel the same. Like, instead of hype, I think we're more excited to just see these awful games die. Like, a really good example. Thanks, Pac-Man. I'll wait for you up ahead. A good example of that is everyone was hyped for Suicide Squad. I know a lot of people talk about that game, so I'm not gonna stay on that topic for too long. Actually, I might. Now it's, how the hell can we make the most money in the laziest way possible? Because, like, Suicide Squad, a 4-player multiplayer game. Like, oh, okay, I can play with my friends, right? Like, they just gotta drop 20 bucks or, like, 5 bucks or whatever, and we can all play together, right? No. This game is $70, and it's multiplayer, so make sure that all 4 of your friends have $70 lying around. It's like, in what world, dude? And then a lot of modern gaming. And I think people are like, live service is doomed to fail. This is probably going to be a hot take. I don't have a problem with live service games if done right. But the problem is not live service games. The problem lies in the devs trying to make a live service game to make quick cash. They don't make longevity. There is no longevity to it. Look at some successful live service games. Lost my train of thought for a second. Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight's going on its 10th year anniversary. Why? Because the gameplay is arcadic. There's not really a story to it. Ah! I tried to do the hover thing. How do I hover? Okay. But, yeah. There's not really a story to it. It's just an arcadic game. Fortnite is basically Roblox. That's all I have to say about that. Nah. Fortnite, for example. Fortnite, I think it's an overrated game, and I also think it's an overhated game. And all realisticness, oh god, I can't fucking talk, I'm having a stroke. In all reality, the game Fortnite, I don't know how to say this, because the game gets so much hate no matter what I say. If I say something positive, people are gonna get mad. If I say something negative, people are gonna get mad. So, who the fuck cares? Fortnite's a game where the microtransactions don't matter. And I think I've said that in my multiverses video. So, I'm not going to stay on that for too long. Whoa. Okay. Ow! But, yeah. Fortnite being what it is, you don't have to make purchases in that game. And if you do, you get no, like, edge over anybody. Now let's look at games like, I'm trying to think of, because I don't play a lot of big games. Like, I don't play Call of Duty, I don't... So, now let's look at, I guess, Call of Duty, because I hear from friends that you can buy guns, and normally when you buy a gun, you get an upper edge on everybody. Multiverses, for example, one of the most current ones, they would release fighters in such broken states. Like, how did some of these people get past testing? But it's because you're gonna want to pay for the character. The reason why games like Fortnite or Dead by Daylight make so much money is because, yeah, they've got the crossover aspect in it, and that helps a lot, but you don't feel like you have to buy anything. So at that point, like, you just kind of buy things because you don't think about it. Now, when it's shoved down your throat, like, let's look at business models. In the business world, because I had a friend that was a car dealer, you don't want to be too aggressive, because that pushes people away from making a sale. So they need to chill out a little bit on some games. This is so disorganized. This is such a disorganized rant. I literally just came up with the idea last night. I was like, I'm playing Mad Max, I'm trying to 100% it, and then I got to somewhere, oh, I got to a trophy where it's like, gain this much gain this much scrap from the scrap crew or something. Okay, so let me get my thoughts together. Okay, hold on. This is awful. Okay. So the scrap crew is what you do, is what you get when, so there's projects for bases, and the scrap crew is an online thing. So when you're not playing the game, like right now I'm not playing Mad Max, but it would be hooked up to the internet and hooked up to my account. It would be every time the scrap crew got money, or got scrap, and I think that's hourly, it would just update my game. So when I go back, I'm gonna have a shitload of scrap for my car and stuff. Why is there a trophy tied to that? Now that it's offline, I can no longer have the full single player experience. And I find that really, like, why? And in the long run, putting internet connectivity in some of these games costs more money. You gotta buy servers. But, back to the whole live service is doomed to fail thing. If it's done right, like, I think, Suicide Squad was doomed to fail. Because they were like, yeah, we're gonna make this live service, but it's gonna also have a story to it. And it's gonna have repetitive gameplay. Like, okay. Fun repetitive gameplay is what makes live service work. And that was the first little mess up that they did. But that's besides the point. We're not talking about that. We're talking about live service as a whole. Live service could work. The problem is there's no heart. If you notice, a lot of live service games start as little businesses. Name one big business live service game. And I get, oh, you said Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight started, they were indie. They were indie devs. They were not bigwigs. Fortnite, when Fortnite started, they didn't even know what they were gonna go, like, they didn't even know the route they were gonna take with that game. How do I do the, God, that's so weird. I have to do the claw grip. I hate that. Oh, I'm stuck. But, like, there's just no heart. There has to be a heart. because people can tell, like, we're not stupid. People can tell when something's made to just be a quick and lazy cash grab, because there's no heart. Take your old experiences, based off of what you guys used to play. If a game was bad back then, and I don't necessarily mean this is a bad thing, but let's talk limitations. Silent Hill 2 is most remembered for the fog. And this is a big example people usually make when they make this argument. Silent Hill 2, when you think of it, you think of the fog and the style of it. But the Silent Hill 2 remake, I have not played that. I have not seen it, so I can't say anything on it, to be honest. The Silent Hill 2 remake, I'm iffy to look into it, because I bet you they didn't capture that style. And the only reason why Silent Hill 2 has that style is because of the system's limitations at the time. It's because they didn't want the pop-in. It's because of the graphic capacity and the loading times. I didn't even press that. That's why Silent Hill 2 is remembered, though, fondly, because the atmosphere is so good, and it was on purpose. Now what do? They fish out a game. They don't care how it comes out. Oh, we'll just fix it later. They put like a $60 freaking price tag on an unfinished product, which... Why? Why do we let them do that now? Is it because we have the internet? Because I know back then... Oh my god, I sound so old. Well, even back then we had the internet. We had PS2 and PS1 era. This is what I grew up with, so this is what I'm talking about. PS1, PS2 era. So, it's like... Back then, games were more stylized and gritty. Very gritty. And I think that's why I like the PS2 and the PS1 so much. Well, PS1 is because I like the cartoony style. That's why the N64 probably has my favorite graphics. But anyways, PS2 is gritty. Think of all your favorite games that have been remade. And think about the one complaint that people usually have with the new graphics. Like, we'll take Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. That lighting, dude. I love Crash Bandicoot. Honestly, I glaze Crash Bandicoot. I fanboy over Crash Bandicoot. Actually, no, I don't glaze it, because... What is... You know what? We'll get to that, actually. So, Crash Insane Trilogy comes out. Cool. The animations and stuff are updated and everything. But the lighting is so lazy. And like, I don't know if gritty is the right word, but if you look at the old game, and I know nostalgia or whatever, but if you look at a lot of old games, now they all kind of look like Pixar movies. That's how I can describe it. They all try to look like Pixar movies now. And then most games just try to go with how realistic can we make this work, or look. And I think my main problem lies in the style isn't there anymore. There is no style. He has no style. He has no grace. This Kong has a funny face. But, there's no style anymore. Think of, like, a cartoony game. They all kind of look the same. And the games that are stylized, like Pizza Tower is one that comes to mind. Games like Pizza Tower, those are really stylized, and people remember it more because of the style. And music, too. Again, it could be nostalgia, but gaming music back then just hit different. Now, it's just, I think, now because everyone pretty much games now, because before it was not a lot of, well, I shouldn't say that. It was a good majority still played games. But it's not, it definitely was not as big as it is now. Because now, every friend I go to has a game console in their house. Before, you'd go to friends' houses and they wouldn't have video games. But, hold up, I'm focusing to get this third lemon. Fuck. But, now video games are so big, it's kind of like they treat them like movies. Because movies are kind of doing the same thing, where there's no style, and then the ones that have unique style, people are drawn to more. Games need to have more style. They need to stop looking so, like, Pixar-y. And then there's the whole realistic factor. I don't mind realistic games. I prefer cartoons. I like cartoony games. But the whole... Oh my god, the whole... Let's make the game look as realistic as possible sucks. It ages your game so bad. Well, you know what else ages your game so badly? Online connectivity. But like... Press circle to fire, hold circle. Okay. But yeah, online connectivity ages games. And I get they want, like, I don't even know what they want. You have a game with a story. The hell do you need online for? People don't, most people I know play Red Dead Redemption 2, and they don't even play Red Dead Online, which Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online are two separate things, of course, but they also have the achievements are tied. So you can't just, you need to play Red Dead Online in order to get the full experience of Red Dead 2. This wording, I feel the wording is off. But I don't know how to word it. It's like, if I want to show off on my achievements list that I've gotten, like, that I put in a lot of time to Red Dead Redemption 2. It's one of my favorite games, right? I want to show that off, but can't because I don't have online service anymore. Uh-oh. Online service shut off for the game because that costs money. And then some games, it just feels shoehorned in. Like Mad Max, for example. A lot of PS3 games, or not PS3, Mad Max wasn't PS3, but around that era, like, Mad Max was around, I think the PS4's, well, I don't think. Mad Max came out when the PS4's life was still fresh and new. But PS3, for example, a lot of games were like, you need internet connectivity for this, and it's like, why? I guess because at the time it was new. But like current games, there's no reason why most games have to, and it's required to have an online connection. Like, Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, there's no reason for that game to have an online connection. And now they're talking about making another, what is it called? It was that DC game where you could play as Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl, and it was awful. They're making a sequel to that. And they canceled Wonder Woman. The game that actually looked interesting and promising, they canceled. But hey, the good news about this whole cancellation shit is we might actually be able to get... We might actually be able to get games that support the Nemesis system! Because, for those of you who don't know, there was a game that came out, I don't know what year, but it's a Lord of the Rings game. Shadow of Mordor, I think they're called. Dang. I own them, I should know them. But I think they're called Shadow of Mordor. And Shadow of War, that's what they're called. They're called Shadow of War. And these games are amazing. The AI is very advanced in these games. Like, they remember you. If you kill an AI a certain way, like you split them in half, the next time you see that same character, they're gonna have like stitches in their torso, and they're gonna be like, oh, last time we met you fucked me up, but this time, no. And Warner Bros, being Warner Bros, because they're business geniuses, of course, they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna copyright this entire freaking mechanic. Like, why can you do that? The copyright laws are so stupid. And an example of this stupidity, a very recent example of this stupidity, as most of everyone knows, Popeye is now public domain. But do not make him eat spinach, you can get sued. That's not public domain yet. Why? Is beyond me. Copyright laws are just stupid in general, to be honest. And if you guys, there's so much stupidity in copyright laws that if I got into it all right now, like, I could talk about stupid copyright laws all day. Copyright is a fucking joke in some aspects. But my whole thing with modern gaming is they need to realize that, like, what made games so special back then is you couldn't just drop hotfixes. You couldn't just drop updates. You couldn't just put out a game and say, oh, I'm gonna fix it later, like No Man's Sky did. It was word of mouth, mostly. They needed to actually put heart and care in those games. They had to be creative. They had to stand out from the rest. And now they don't have to do that. Because, like movies, all they have to do now, and I'm not saying this even, like, I'm guilty of this. So I'm not saying like, oh, stop doing it. I do it because it works. Why do they do remakes and remasters and redones and redids and redid-it-din-doos? Is because people will look at it and go, oh, I remember playing this game. I'm doing that right now. And then they'll get it because they're like, ah, the memories, the nostalgia. And that's why they're doing it with modern movies. And they don't have to put any effort into that. And then the games where they have to put an effort, because there is no nostalgic grab or gravitation to it, they're like, we're just gonna slap a character in this, we're gonna slap a well-known name onto it, and then we're going to just shovel it out like it's shit. And then, you know, they do it, and then they get backlash for it, and then they have to shut down a couple of companies. I don't know if they all shut down companies, it's just a Warner Bros. Thing. You know what? That's another thing I want to talk about. Like, I like Warner Bros. Because I love Looney Tunes. I love superheroes. I love their video games. Mad Max is one of my favorite video games, if not my favorite. But Warner Bros. Has such a huge library. That's where they kind of have an advantage. And I think they know that to an extent, which is why they'll just be like, oh, superheroes, you guys like superheroes, right? Looky here, a superhero game. Then everyone plays it and it's like, wow, this sucks. Suicide Squad movie came out, right? And then we got a Suicide Squad game. And honestly, I would like to sit down and watch the Suicide Squad original, not the one James Gunn did, the original Suicide Squad movie with Jared Leto. I hate that actor. I would rather sit down and watch Jared Leto's Joker for 3 hours, or 3 times over, because I don't know how long that movie is, then play one sitting of Suicide Squad. Oh my god. Like, I heard it was bad. I never got it. But one of my friends got it, and I tried it out. And holy crap. How, like, that should be breaking records. I played that game. I think I played it for, either it was 15 or 30 minutes. It was around that time span. And I was like, dude, this is boring as shit. And then I was like, does it get any, like, better? Because I know people said this game's, like, repetitive and crap. And I'll agree. I like some repetitive games. To an extent. Depends on what the repetition is. Like, I like Dead by Daylight and stuff. But, oh my god. How do you make someone bored within 15 minutes of a new experience? It's just... I know I'm talking about Warner Bros. A lot, and I think it's because they're kind of fresh on my mind with the whole multiverses thing going on, and they shut down like 3 studios, and the whole thing with them doing Mortal Kombat collabs and Fortnite and all that crazy jazz. It's like... And look, as I've said, I don't really like Warner Bros. Business strategies, or a lot of people's business strategies, if I'm honest. I hate big companies with a burning passion. I hate them. They're out of touch and they're stupid. But I think some of the game's failures, some of these games' failures aren't just tied to the big companies. And I feel this is where people are going to have some words to say, and feel free. Games like Multiverses, I feel it was more so the devs' fault. Mortal Kombat 1 is more so, Warner Bros. Fault, in my opinion. And the way you can tell the difference... Well, actually I can't say that because I haven't played Mortal Kombat 1. Never mind. But, the reason why I say it's more so Player First Game's fault that Multiverses has failed, and why it's more so the developers that are running the show. Disney is a woke company. Everyone knows that. Disney is so fucking woke. Like, oh my god, dude. Get some sleep. But they gave the devs an okay to make Marvel Rivals. Now, it's up to the devs on how this game's going to look. It's up to the devs how this game is going to play. It's up to the devs on pretty much everything. The only thing Disney and Warner Bros. Or like any company like that has is, yeah, you can use our characters, sure. That's about it. They just have permission to make it. Like, hey, you think this would work? And they're like, yeah, sure, go ahead, do whatever. And that's why I think big companies are at fault. I'm not saying they're not, but we also have to look at the little guys. Because people will defend Player First Games. They were the ones that made a beta. Now, I don't work there, so I don't know behind the scenes, and they're not very open with their audience, and that's their own damn fault, which is why people are pointing fingers everywhere. Because they're not being transparent. I don't know if it's because they can't be, but I doubt that's an issue. But, they're not transparent with us, right? So, all we think is they went to beta, rushed it out because they wanted to make an Unreal Engine 5 update, which people are like, oh, Warner Bros. Did that. I don't think Warner Bros. Would have done that. Why? Because they've been in the field for too long. They know, like, they've been making games for years. They know that a year is not enough time. Even for something small like that. But, see, and this is where I'm going to kind of contradict myself. And this is why I said it's important for game companies and game developers to be as transparent as possible with their player base. People hate player-first games now. What does that mean? It means some people are not going to buy a player-first games game. Some people hate Warner Bros. Right now. Why? Well, understandably why. They're making a lot of stupid business decisions, but people hate multiverse, or wow, why do I keep wanting to say that? Warner Bros. Right now, because of business decisions and stuff, so people won't get Warner Bros. Games. But with what I was saying about multiverses, I think, yeah, the monetization and stuff was probably Warner Bros. Because the beta was not like this at the beginning. And then, a lot of it, though, if a game's fun, a game's fun. If a game's greedy, a game's greedy. But as long as the game's fun, people are still going to play it. And people are going to try to get that game fixed. Battlefront 2. People aren't going to just be like, oh yeah, this game has a lot of potential. It's greedy as hell and it's awful. That's why multiverses multiverses fans are doing what they're doing, because the game has potential. But you notice how this is the last season and Player First Games was like driving it home that it's the last season and they're putting all these cool things in there when they could have done that from the beginning? Modern gaming is just such a joke, and it makes no sense. And I guess it kind of doesn't make sense because, like I said, most of us aren't back there. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes. We don't know a lot. We just know what these big companies that want to look good tell us. And obviously, it's not a very reliable source. I don't know. Gaming, now people are like, gaming's dying, gaming's dead, gaming's whatever. I don't think, honestly, I don't think it's dead. I think gaming is, oh, I just ran into him. I didn't know his hitbox was that big. But, I don't think gaming's ever gonna die, to be honest. Like, if it does, I would be very surprised. But gaming right now is huge. But I do think we're gonna see a lot of companies start falling apart. Because people are getting kind of sick of this whole thing. Not fun, what the hell am I supposed to do? Okay, now I'm just stuck on it. But I don't know. Modern gaming is just... It's like... They want to shoehorn internet connectivity as much as they can. They want to drive the point of... Look, you're going to play this game forever. You're going to sell your soul to this game. This game is your life. If you don't make this game your life, you're going to have to... If you want to have fun, you're going to have to pay up. You're the one who doesn't want to live on the game. You're the one who doesn't want to spend hours for useless content. And like, again, I game a lot, and I understand the appeal of buying skins and shit. But at the end of the day, we're talking money, dude. Like, I get the economy is the way it is, but when you look at games, like Crash Team Racing, for example, I know they added... Well, actually, that is a bad example, because they made it very grindy to get cosmetics and stuff. But, if we look at old games, everything was unlockable, and it showed your dedication to the game in a different way. In a more caring for the fans kind of way. It was an incentive to work towards. Now... Oh, that skin's cool. I'm gonna drop 15 bucks on this skin because it's cool and I want it. I'm a sucker for that. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I said, I play Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight released Naughty Bear. I play Naughty Bear. That's my main. And the new Nemesis skin I really want, but I'm not gonna buy it because it adds absolutely nothing. It adds no new voice lines or anything. So I'm not gonna buy it. But I would be lying if I said I didn't want it. It's just... all gaming is now. And this is the best way we can say this. All modern gaming is now is how can we make a quick buck and scam people? And you're like, scam people? What do you mean? And I know this is also a controversial topic. You don't own your games? Not anymore? You download a digital game? This is why I don't like digital. This is why a lot of people don't like digital. You download a digital game, say you spend $80 fucking on a game, and they're like, oh, this game's not doing as good as we hoped it would. Alright, we're gonna take it off the store, and we're gonna discontinue anything that allows you to hop on the game for whatever reason. So, just kind of deal with it. You spent $80 on it, though. And that goes for games. I think if games have microtransactions in them, and they are digital, there needs to be a law that states, and I think it would get this trash sorted out too, because devs wouldn't want to, and big companies wouldn't want to risk as much, because they couldn't just shoehorn shit and then tell people play our shit. Play with our shit. Do it! If they were to take games like, again, Multiverses, I keep using that as an example because it's the most current one and it's the most fresh in my mind. They take a game like Multiverses and they put microtransactions in it. They had microtransactions in it at beta, which I was like, that's kind of strange to do. But, you know, and people also paid, which I know the argument here is you chose to pay for it. That's the argument here. You also choose to give out, when you're scammed, you've also chosen to give them your money. You've also, when you're being scammed, you're also choosing to give them the information that they need to get scammed. So should we just let scammers scam people? Because technically, you know, you pretty much are the one that dropped money on it. I mean, you didn't have to. So that's where I'm like, that argument kind of falls flat. And honestly, I would label these games. I think Suicide Squad was a scam. Multiversus was a scam. Games that promise all these things and then you pay. Like, I know Multiversus is a free game, so people are gonna argue like, oh, Multiversus is a free game. Beta wasn't, and people dropped a lot of money on that beta because of how promising it was. And you can argue like, oh yeah, that's stupid, that's their own mistake. But look at it like this, right? How could a game from a company that has made games like Injustice and Mortal Kombat, how could a game that has the most iconic media characters fail? And that's, I didn't spend money on beta, mind you, so I'm not saying this in a place of, or actually I did. I think I got the cheapest one, but I honestly don't care, it was beta. And I was kind of like, well, I just want to check it out, looks cool. But there's people who spend $100 on that shit. And in my opinion, sorry, hit the mic. In my opinion, I don't want to say that was stupid, but it's a freaking beta, and you don't know where that's gonna lead you, and you spent $100 on it. But still, you know, people are stupid. They'll give their bank information out to random people and shit, and be like, oh yeah, this Nigerian prince said he'd give me his palette if I dropped $900 on a Google Play card. That's a scam. It's stupid as hell, but at the end of the day, it's still a scam. And people are like, it's not a scam because you got what you were promised in Multiverses. The beta, and again, I know it's a beta, and things are likely to change. But, beta, we had something. We had something good going on. And, you know, people were hyped for that. The way Suicide Squad was marketed did not make you think that it was going to play like it did. And then when people found out, they were fucking pissed. And people pre-ordered it. I know you can cancel pre-orders, but still. Now, I get that there's the argument of, well, a scam, you get nothing out of it. You don't see anything out of it. I get that, and with the games, you do kind of see stuff, like you buy a skin, you get the skin in the game. The problem lies in, I just spent $20 on a skin. I can log into that same game tomorrow. Dead by Daylight. Let's use Dead by Daylight as an example, instead of Multiverses. Whenever I buy anything on Dead by Daylight, whether it's a killer, a skin, a survivor, or whatever, I don't play survivor, but just saying that as an example. Just as a whatever, you're risking that tomorrow they're gonna cancel the game. And I don't think if anything has microtransactions in it, and I think this law would not just benefit quality control, but it would also benefit us as consumers, because there's a lot of gray area when it comes to video games. Loot boxes are gambling, but it's fine, because I have no clue actually why that's fine. Some places it's not, but most places don't give two shits because it's gaming. And then you've got, what the hell? This is the furthest I've gotten in this game. This remake did a really good job. They made it very easy, I will say. This game's like baby's first platformer. But what was I saying? Oh, shit! Lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me. But oh, quality control and stuff. If they make it to where you put a microtransaction in this game, you need to support this game for 5 years. You need to support this game for like this many amount of years. And it needs to be more than one. They can't be like, yeah, we're going to support this game for 1 year and then shut it down. It needs to be at least 2 years. These big gaming companies, when you see they've lost like $3 million, $2 million, $10 million, $50 million, you need to understand how much these companies make. $10 million to them is $10 to us. Like, the bigwigs at these companies don't give two shits. That's why they keep dishing out shit. What am I supposed to do here? It's because they can. They can get oh, water. They can get away with it, and they know that. Because they make so much damn money. And people are still gonna buy it. People bought Suicide Squad. Why? Because it's such a bad game. Controversy sells. That's why if you look up bad games, oh, I don't even have to tap it. That's why if you look up bad games, they get a lot of attention. And whether it's bad attention or good attention in the business world, no matter what, attention is attention. And attention means sales. Whether it's bad or it's good. Your game's getting out there. Your product is getting out there. People are looking. And I think these companies aren't stupid. There's a science. And it's scary. There is a science to make you spend money. There is a reason for every little thing that businesses do. There's a reason why, after every match in Dead by Daylight, there's all these numbers and stuff going up. It's a dopamine rush. There's a reason why they do the things they do with broken characters and stuff. Even, like, outside of gaming. There's a reason why food companies do what they do and stuff. And that's a whole different topic, which is why I'm being vague. Because I could talk about that all day, too. But there's a science. And honestly, it is a very, very, very specific and complex science to the point where it is kind of scary on how much these companies know how to fuck with your brain. To get you, even if you think the game is stupid, to get you to buy things and to get you hooked. How many games do people play where they're like, I hate this game, but still play it? I'm one of them. I'm like that with Dead by Daylight. Why do I still continue playing it? Because I love horror. I mean, I still complain about the game and stuff, but I love horror. So, there's not really another game like it that I can play. Multiverses. People didn't like Multiverses, but still played it. Why? Because Smash and a lot of other platform fighters, like, well, I shouldn't say Smash and others. I should say Smash is tied to the Nintendo Switch. So, if you don't have a Nintendo Switch, you cannot play it. And then you've got, a lot of them are on PC, but they're not as good. And, like, say what you want about whatever, like, this is just my opinion. Brawlhalla fucking sucks. It's an Ubisoft game where you fight PNGs. All the characters have the same fucking moveset. And yeah, I've played enough. I don't know if it would be tied to my PlayStation account, but I played enough on Switch. Because I downloaded it in order for the hype for Multiverses. I had Smash, but I was like, I want to play something different, you know? So I got Brawlhalla, and my character is Thatch, which isn't even the best character in the game. And I got pretty far on like my first week with Thatch, because all I had to do was spam specials. And that's all the other people had to do. And that's literally how the tier list works. Okay, this is going off topic, but yeah, I'm gonna rant about Brawlhalla for a second. That's how the tier lists work in Brawlhalla. Whoever is the most spammiest character wins. So if your character is more spammier than mine, then you're good. There's not really any skill to that game. And people will argue, actually, yeah, because you can throw weapons and stuff, and there is skill. It's like, actually, watch tournaments. They are the most boring fucking thing, because half the time, they're just throwing shit at each other, like monkeys throwing shit at each other. Oh, that was good. That was a good, yeah, synonym. Yeah, synonym is using it like I don't fucking know. I'm uneducated. I can't talk either. I'm an uneducated swine. But back on topic. Woof woof, please let me out, master. Oh my. But, I lost my train of thought again. The dog calling me master changed my mind, like, changed my directory. That's wild. But no. Just modern gaming is just, how can we make a quick buck in the easiest way possible? How can we make this to where we don't really have to put in any effort, and we still get the same amount? Like, Multiverse, or Warner Bros. Why do I want to keep, every time I want to say Warner Bros, I always go back to Multiverses. Warner Bros, for example, they've been fucking up too much. Disney, on the other hand, they're a little bit smart when they're purposefully fucking up. We'll take a lot of their modern movies, for example. Now, I'm not going to get into this topic too much, because people are going to piss their pants. But it's true why they do it. They change characters drastically. And you all know what I'm talking about. And, why do they do it? Because people talk about it. Literally, you can go, I don't use Twitter, and I saw this in a different video, and I forget who said it. If you guys know who said it, post it in the comments, and I'll pin that comment. But, I was watching a video the other day, and they're like, the reason why they do it is, like, he was using Pinocchio as an example. If you look at the character posters for the movie, for the advertisements, you will see there's a Geppetto one and a Pinocchio one. And, you know, they got decent shares and comments and everything. Then you see the fairy. Now, for those of you who don't know, the original fairy is white. And in the remake, they made the furry black. Now, I personally, I don't really care. It's not that deep, but I also understand the fact of, if you just want to alter a character, just make a new character. But in this instance, I don't really care that much. But anyways, so yeah, if you look at all three of those posters, the one where they changed the white lady to a black lady is the one with the most shares and comments and views. And if you guys, seriously, if anyone knows what video I'm talking about, put the guy's name in the comments and I will pin it, because this is where I got my information from for this. And, or actually, I'll just look it up after this, and then I'll just pin it myself. I can do that. But, either way, it's like, companies know when to put controversy out and when to put shit out there. Because Disney recently released Epic Mickey, and I played it. And for those of you who don't know, I got copyright striked! Woo! I got copyright striked for playing their game. Which is why those videos are no longer available on my channel. Fuck Disney. But, they basically... Star Wars. Star Wars is big! Star Wars has very dedicated fans. They know they don't have to try with Star Wars. Which, I know that sucks, and it's awful to hear, but they don't have to try. Oh, I like this. This is really creative. They don't have to try. It's Star Wars. Ah! You're going to get it because it's Star Wars. And then when they do things that are a bit more risky, like, well, not really, I shouldn't say more risky. They're partnering up with Fortnite to do, like, I think a Disney Infinity type deal or something. I don't really play Fortnite like that, so I don't really keep up. But from what I hear, that's what they're going for, I think, just from what I've heard. And, like, they don't, that's all up to Epic. Disney just has to go, yeah, you can use this person, you can use this person, do this, do this. Oh, no! I've heard really bad things about this boss. But yeah. And that's what companies are doing now. Because they know they can. And if they're smart like Disney, they know what they can and cannot get away with. Because, well, and you can argue, Epic Mickey is a remake. Or a remax, or whatever the fuck. So they didn't really have to put in as much effort. All they really had to do was make it pretty. So I'm trying to think of a different game. I don't really know any Disney games that came out this year. Because I don't like Disney. I'm not a fan of Disney. I don't care about Disney. Shit, I should have done more research on Disney. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But yeah, so that's kind of what they do. Hold on. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Anyways, yeah, Disney's a bit smarter when it comes to things like that because they know what's controversial and they know what's going to get people talking. And what's gonna get people's attention and shit. Because Star Wars, you can shoehorn anything Star Wars, people are gonna get it. Star Wars is just such a big franchise that they don't have to care. And then you've got, I'm really trying to think. There's a game that came out that's like Animal Crossing, and it's Disney related. And that game I heard is really good. And it's different. It's not Star Wars. It's not something they've already done before. I hate this boss fight already. This is frustratingly stupid. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But yeah. And then you've got companies like Warner Bros. That just fuck up. that's the best way to put it. Mortal Kombat 1, how? How did anyone release that and was like, yeah, this is a good idea. People will like those. What am I supposed to do? This is gonna piss me off. Oh wait, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. Do this, dodge. Do this, dodge. And then, Booyakasha! Nope. What am I actually supposed to do here? Hold on. And I think this year, a lot of people have just been going back to old games. There's not really any hype games coming out this year, for me at least, and a lot of my friends that I talk to. All we've been playing is like remakes and remasters, and we've just kind of been playing older games, because there's nothing that really appeals anymore. Wait a sec. Oh, this is annoying. So I have to time it to when he opens up his hand. Bro! Okay. What am I supposed to... I'm actually about to look up a guide. Hold on. I'm looking up a guide. The hell am I supposed to do here? Hold on. Oh, Google's generating. It's generating. Let's see what the AI says. An AI overview is not available for this research. Alright, Anubis Rex, Pac-Man Wiki. Anubis Rex is a two-part level in Pac-Man World. It is the 7th level in the game and the last stage in the ruins area out of 3. That was helpful, thank you. Are you serious? The hover jump isn't even in the original game. Okay, so according to Screen Rant, I have to get all these going, jump, hover, and throw a dot? Easier mode when you can hang for a long time in the air. Not recorded on high score. No. I ain't no bitch. Okay. Let's try this again now that we know what we're doing. Also, that lava noise. Oh. It's like music to my face. Wait! Oh my god. Okay, I can say one thing in confidence. At least the rest of the game, hopefully, isn't like this. Stop! What the fuck? Hold on! What? Help me, Screen Rant! I cannot figure this out at all. There's not even like a tip or anything. Okay, okay, I get that. How do I win? That's all I want to know. Okay, here it is! I found it! Dangerous territory. This isn't helping me at all. Bruh, it said... What? What? Screen Rant sucks. Alright, I don't want audio though. Okay, hold on. My laptop is very slow. Yes, I'm doing this mid-video because I'm such a professional. Alright, I'm using a video from someone called Ultimate Gaming Dude. So she is going to help me. Oh, because Ultimate Gaming Dude. He's going to help me. Help me, Ultimate Gaming Dude. Help me! Okay. Let's see how he does this. It's a no-hit run. What? How would... What? Okay. Thank you, Ultimate Gaming Dude. So why the hell did Screen Rant was like, you're gonna have to master the hover jump and dot throw. I was like, okay. They weren't like, yeah, you have to just kind of break the chains. Screen Rant, fuck you. Ooh, that... You gotta do that for a while. Okay. This isn't as hard. Thank you, Ultimate Gamer Dude. I probably wouldn't have not figured that out. I would have probably just kept jumping on that circle and just trying to get that circle to do what it needs. Okay. Ah! Okay. That's when we have to throw the pack dot. Ah! Again, this is the furthest I've gotten. The original Pac-Man world is not this easy. Ow. Alright, damage boost, damage boost. Yeah, speedrun strats. If you guys hear my dog in the background, I apologize. Arrow! Probably see something. He sees something outside. Alright. I hope he stops barking, or else I'm gonna have to go out there. Ah! Okay. Please just die. Not me! Okay, this boss is taking my attention off my rant, like, tenfold. Hold up. Oh, why did I do that? Okay. We're locking in. We are locking in. This... Holy crap, this boss fight is going to take a lot of my patience. Okay. That. Okay. Cool. I just have to be careful. I have to be patient. That's not what I'm good at. I'm not good at patience. Yeah! I thought that was a gorilla. Ah! But yeah, game companies, it's like, as things get better, things get worse. Ow. I should have hovered. Don't. And a keen example is, like I said earlier, technology. Because all they have to do now, they don't have to release a good game. As long as they eventually make a good game. Or they just slap an icon. Which, I mean, that doesn't always work. I know I'm saying, like, that always works. It doesn't always work. Crash of the Titans is deemed the worst possible game ever because they put Crash Bandicoot on it. Which, I think if they didn't, it would be just kind of a mediocre game. It would be looked at. And it would just kind of fall into history as a mediocre 3D platformer on the PlayStation 2. Like a lot of games. I can't wait to get a capture card for my PS2. They're so goddamn expensive though. I want to, when I have a better PC and stuff. That's why I mainly do live streams. because my PC is very slow, and I don't have a lot of time to sit down and edit videos, which is why I'm probably, when I do, I'm coming back to a lot of these games, especially Crash Bandicoot, because I want to do these games more justice with editing and putting more, like, art into it than what I am right now. But for right now, we work with what we got. But yeah, it's all sorts of craziness in the gaming world. That's another thing too. This is just kind of off topic rant. And it's just a very specific one. This is just a rant about Crash the Titans. As a kid, I loved that game. I loved that game so much as a kid. I remember, I think there was something wrong with my memory card, and so I would play the first level a lot, to the point where I know the first cutscene by heart, and I could recite it right now. Hold on. I don't really want to recite it right now, because I'm in the middle of a boss fight! But I played that game a lot. And the more I play it, the more I'm like, it is a very mediocre game. But the only reason why it's bad is because they put Crash on it, and everyone's like, why does he look different? Why is this ain't a Crash Bandicoot game? It's like, just because it looks different and it plays different doesn't mean it's a bad game. They did that with Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Which, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, a lot of backlash. But Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is not as bad as everyone said it was. Ow! What the flipping flippers? What? You can't do that. But Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, again, if it wasn't Banjo-Kazooie, and if it wasn't such a long hiatus, I don't think anyone would care. It would just fall into mediocrity. But now it's like, I hate these games. These games suck. From what I remember, the only Crash game that I couldn't get through was Wrath of Cortex. That's the only game I couldn't get through. That's the only game I did not enjoy as a kid. But I don't know, there's a fan base for it, so maybe if I go back now, maybe I'll see the charm. Because I like Twinsanity. Twinsanity's kind of a mixed bag. Which, okay. I know a lot of people with the Crash series, they're kind of like, we don't want any more remakes or remastering. But what would be cool, and this is, oh, I want this so bad. Like, I will actually commit several war crimes to get this. If we get, like, Crash Bandicoot Twinsanity reimagined, or New Insanities, or whatever the hell they're gonna call it, I want them to add, or not add, but I want them to make a remake of Twinsanity from the ground up and give us all the content that was cut. And, like, show us what the game should have been. Because I think that would be cool. Because those of you who don't know, Crash Twinsanity came out on the PS2, and it was a very rushed game. This was, I think, back when Traveler's Tales first? I could be wrong. I think it was when they first got the licensing for Crash Bandicoot after the whole Universal interaction. Or maybe Universal was still in contact. I don't know. I don't know a lot about that game. Because again, I didn't really care about it as a kid. But I think the game, if they were to release it in a finished state, Twinsanity fans would fucking foam at the mouth for that. I'm not even that big of a Twinsanity fan. Because my game kept freezing after the cave level. Ow. And every copy I've played on my PS2, I don't know if it's a PS2 issue or not, but this is the only game that does it. Every time I tried to play Crash Twinsanity on my PS2, they made it to where, like, every time I go to the cave, it just crashes. So I don't know if that's a me problem, or if that's a PS2 problem. Or if it's a my PS2 problem, but like I said, it's the only game that happens. This boss fight is insane! I can't do anything! Because the stupid mummy was there! Oh my god. I think from reviews or from gameplay I saw of the original Pac-Man, people were like, this boss fight is a nightmare in the original. I mean, it's better here, I guess. I don't know, like I said, as far as I got in the original, because I was really young when I played this game, and the original is a lot harder. And the furthest I've ever gotten was, I think, the second level. Okay, that was weird. As I was saying, that was weird. Why did my controller do that? The furthest I got in the original Pac-Man game was second level space. At first, and I could not beat the second level of the cave levels in the originals. But I'm also older now. Well, no, because I played this game recently on my PS1. Because I remember the first episode of this, I was being gaslighted because I didn't remember half the stuff. And yeah, you guys are probably like, well then, that's probably why you're getting gaslighted. I played this game a lot as a kid because I really liked Pac-Man's character design. And yes, that's a kid me. If I liked how a character looked, that's how I would get hooked on games. I'm not even joking. If I didn't like a character in a video game, if I didn't like how they looked, I would not play that game. As kids, we are so, like, picky as kids. And then when you're older, it just doesn't care. Because when I was a kid, oh my god, I'm gonna get canceled on Twitter for this. When I was a kid, I would not play games with female protagonists. And then when I turned into a teenager, I was like, well, I don't really care. And I remember, it was because with my friends and stuff, oh, you can see how much progress the things have. I wish you could freaking press another button to do a charge run on these things. But my friends, whenever we played girl characters, because I used to play Lego Star Wars a lot, and I had a favorite character in that. I forget her name. It was the princess with the white face and the red dress, Princess Pamadama. I really liked her because I thought her design at the time was kind of creepy because of her face, and I was like, oh, she's kind of cool looking. And I remember my friends, they were like, oh, you play a girl character? You're a girl. And like, we were young at the time. So I was like, what? No, I'm not. I just think she looks scary. And then, bada boom, bada bang. Now I don't give two shits. I remember I played Tomb Raider when I was younger, and I had to keep it a secret. I felt like I had to keep it a secret because I was like, boys don't play girl games, but Tomb Raider is cool. Also, I know I don't really stream or have a schedule, but I don't really have anything going on this week. So I'm going to try to make a video every day. They're not all going to be ranting videos. I just wanted to make this video because of all the current stuff going on with Warner Bros. Games and everything. And one of my favorite games that I'm trying to 100% being Mad Max and cock blocking me because it has online features that I can no longer get the trophies for. Because there's also a car called the Ripper. So I can't get all the Archangels and stuff. Which I think the Ripper was a pre-order bonus. Ah! But still. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Next month's games, or I think they're already out. Sonic freaking Colors. I'm gonna do a playthrough of that. I've never played Sonic Colors, but from what I've heard from friends, they're like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. But they're also Sonic fans, so they're pretty good. Could be awful. I'm joking. Okay. Hot take, and I've said this before on stream. I said this in my Crash Bandicoot video. Huge hot take. I like Sonic Forces. I know! I like Sonic Forces, and I am content with Sonic Frontiers. And that sounds awful, I know. It sounds so bad. But I like Sonic Frontiers because you can make your own furry. You can be a furry. Nah. I like Sonic Frontiers because this is another thing that's going to get me flagged. My favorite Sonic game is Sonic 06. Why? Because they're so bad, it's funny. That's why. I find it hilarious. Like, Sonic 06, get, like... Grizzly Busy does not condone the use of drugs. Get high with friends, or, like, Grizzly Busy does not, condone the use of alcoholic beverages. Get you some, like, friends over, drink or get high, do whatever. Slap on Sonic 06, and you guys are gonna have the best time of your lives. That game, oh my god. That game, I have so many good memories with, because it's so funny. I remember I played with my friend. I went over his house, and I was playing with my friend, and he, I like Tails. Tails is one of my favorite characters in Sonic. Tails and Vector, I like Bean the Bird, or Bean the Woodpecker, and I like Jet the Hawk. And, those are all my favorite characters in Sonic. And so my friend was like, I'm gonna get past this part, and then you can play as Tails. And I was like, sweet! And the first time you play as Tails, you're on a dock, and he's facing the screen. And I think a lot of people do this. I ended up just running off the fucking edge. So it was like the camera's... The way it's set up, it's like, okay, so because he's facing this way, I have to run this way, and that's what was going into my head. And then I got to play the whale part that's basically just luck to get through. I played the part where, like, Sonic's water skiing, if I remember correctly. He's water skiing on the water. And then the silver boss fight. The silver boss fight is imprinted in my head. The frickin' it's no use! It's no use! I would quote that all the time when that game came out. Or not when it came out. The game came out when I was like 5 years old. But as I got older, you know, and I played that. I don't know how old I was when I played that, actually. I knew I was a little bit older than 5. I might have been 8 or 9. Maybe. 8, 9, or 10, around that age is when I probably finished playing the 06. Okay. I just wanted to check if I was on the air. What? I need to pay attention to his movements, so I know when he's gonna send out that laser. Okay, we're good. But yeah, some of my best memories are. Oh, and Sonic 06! Oh, so you just can't dodge that. And, so yeah, bad Sonic games, I think, are unironically fun. And I could see the appeal, because like I said, when I was a kid, character designs was all I cared about. If the character was cool, I'd play the game, even if I sucked at it or couldn't get past the first level. I would, play it because the character was cool. And I thought Sonic was awesome. His design's really cool. And I'll still say that, like, to this day, I still think nothing has beaten Sonic's design. Yeah! That's all I got. Now let's go for... Okay, we're going for charities again. I was gonna say let's go for the orange, but... Okay, well... Oh, we're screwed! Okay. Yes! Oh my god. Yahtzee! I said Yahtzee, by the way. The dice game. YouTube! The dice game! Yeah! But, anyways, as I was saying about Sonic, I play Frontiers. And yeah, it's fun. I think the DLC that they did was really good. I love that noise. But, the DLC for it was really fun and stuff. Kind of sucks that you can't play the characters throughout the entire game. But there's a game coming out, Sonic Rumble, is coming out, and they've got so many characters in that game from what it looks like. They got, oh, it looks so good. When that game comes out, I hope it comes to consoles, honestly. Where's the gate? Talk to me, dog! Welcome back, Master. Thanks for saving me. Alright. But yeah. I would like them to make, like, I would like them to expand on Frontiers. And I also heard that Shadow Generations was good. Sonic in Shadow Generations, or whatever it was called. I've heard that one was good. Is that a circus? Whoa. Whoa. I've never been this far in this game before. So, all this is new to me. The Anubis fight was new to me. Whoa. I wonder what these looked like in the originals. Because I will say, in the originals, the space area... Hold on. Whee. The space area in the originals weren't just doors. So, like, if I remember correctly, these look the same. Well, those I know look the same. These look the same, I believe. And then when we go over here... These used to be spaceships. I'm pointing to it like you guys can see me. But there used to be like a ramp. So the door was up here and it was like a spaceship. So like right here was one of the legs and right here was one of the legs. And then up here like was the top of it. and it had a like a singular window in it. It was like a classic cartoon-looking rocket, and you would run up the ramp, and then you would hit the level select thing. But how long have I been streaming? Hold on. Uno momento, por favor. Let's see. My laptop is so slow. I need a new one. Alright. But yeah, that's how the old games look. So everything past... Hold on. Everything... Oh, didn't need to talk to him. I'll stream for a little longer. Got nothing going on today. So we'll go to the circus world. But first, I want to show this. These... Or, not these. Yeah. So, the furthest I've gotten was... I got right here, and I couldn't beat that level. So, that's as far as I got over here. And then... And the space area was second level. That one I know for sure. Okay, let's go to the circus. Sorry about that. But yeah, the Sonic series. I have very mixed feelings on that series. A lot of the games, people are like, these are the worst Sonic games. Like, I think Sonic Unleashed, people don't really like it. I love Sonic Unleashed. I would like them to do another one like that, actually. I like the design of the Werehog. And I think I only like the design of the Werehog because... What is... background. Oh, this music! Okay, this is gonna be all new to me. But... Airplanes. Why did that happen? But yeah, I'll do Sonic Colors because it's free with the PlayStation Network, and I'm kind of a cheapskate right now. But like I said, I've never played Sonic Colors, but I know there's a line in it. My friend used to reference it all the time. Apparently there's a line, I think it's Colors, where Sonic is like, no copyright law in the universe can stop me. And that was my friend's favorite video game quote. Oh! Did they purposely do that? I'm like, ugh, why does the graphics look so bad on the reflection? That's what he looked like in the PS1! Oh, that's so neat! Oh, I actually love that so much! That's how he looked on the PS1! Oh my god, I love that! But, what other game? I really... When I'm able, I want to get Medieval, bro. That's kind of creepy. A peeking clown. Whoa. Tough Tushy. Thank you. Oh, voice crack. This music is like going to make me go insane. Ah, they're clowns. shoot. No! Yes! Oh, there was another one. This is a wild level. Lots of cool colors. Well, I think more remakes and remasters need to do, or not remasters, more remakes. What more remakes need to do, just so you can have a comparison, because I think the Lara Croft one did it. They need to have it to where you can have modern graphics, so like play the game how it's supposed, like how it looks today, not how it's supposed to. And then have a, oh, I love that so much. And then have it to where you can have a setting where you play as like old graphics. That way, like I could go to old graphics right now because I have not made it this far in the originals, and I can be like, oh, so that's just what it used to look like, and then yeah. But I don't know. That might be too much work for very little payoff. But I don't know, it'd be pretty cool in my opinion. Whoa! That is clever. Meow. I was surprised they didn't do a Pac-Man Re-PAC trilogy. Because weren't there like 3 Pac-Man worlds? Or 4? I think there was 3. I love this. I love that noise. These colors. Oh my god. My brain. Okay, so what are we dealing with here? Isn't there a way to go more zoomed out? Okay, there we go. I've never played this maze before. Alright, might as well just eat that. Oh, thank God. Okay, do that. Go over here. Grab this. And then make my way over here. Yeah! Cool. Another thing I don't understand too about modern gaming and their whole facade or whatever, they don't really try anything new anymore. I guess it's hard. I guess it's hard to do. Or actually, I shouldn't say that. There are some good games that have come out and they've tried something new. I should say AAA companies. They play it too safe. Back then, like when I was a kid, games felt fresh. Like every game. Nah, I shouldn't say that. Actually, this is a bad argument. I take what I'm saying back. They're still fresh and unique ideas. Whether they're good or not is a different argument. Oh well, I I don't know where I stand on that, honestly. Because when I said that, there's no fresh ideas, I mainly had Call of Duty and Ubisoft in my head. And I've even said this before. I've said this before. I said this when I played Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because that was the only Assassin's Creed that I've ever played when I first played that game. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I got another Assassin's Creed game. Assassin's Creed Rogue or something, where you played, I think you played as a Templar, but you didn't actually play as a Templar. I don't know, it's confusing how it works. You played, I think how it started was you played as an ex-assassin, and then you were like, oh no, I don't want to do that no more. So then you switch to Templar, and then you're like, oh, Templars are stinky. And then, bada boom, bada bang. I don't know, there's a bad description of the game. I have not played that game in years. But it's basically Black Flag. And then I played another one, where you played, I think, as siblings in London. I forget what that one's called. And then there was another Ubisoft game I played, and I was like, dude, this is literally just like the last one. Oh, Far Cry! I played Far Cry. I really like Far Cry. Far Cry 3 and 4. When I played Far Cry 3, I was like, oh my god, this game's beautiful, this game's awesome, I love this game. Then Far Cry 4 came out, and I was like, this is just Far Cry 3. And then they dropped Far Cry Primal, and I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. I like the idea of Far Cry Primal. I will definitely play this. And I did. I didn't complete it, because in my opinion, it was like just a reskin of 3 and 4, just prehistoric with a new mechanic with animals. It was better. It was just basically a better mechanic from Far Cry 4 where you could call backup. But I mean, it was cool. I liked the animals and stuff. I remember I collected all the animals. I'll give that game another chance. Because I do kind of remember enjoying it a little bit. Because that one is a bit more unique than 3 and 4. I haven't played it in years. Actually, I would like to play Far Cry Primal again. But I know I didn't. I don't think I finished it. I don't remember. I think I played a little bit of the Far Cry where you play, like, there's a bunch of hillbillies and stuff. I don't know what that one is called. I don't know if that's Far Cry 5 or Far Cry 6. All I know is you can have, like, a robot dog in it, I think. Also, I've never, and I want to, I never have played Far Cry Blood Dragon. And the way it looks and the aesthetic looks awesome. Oh god. I'm gonna get gas. Joke's a bit too edgy. Oh. We can't make jokes no more. That's wild. That is one thing I'm worried about when making videos and stuff. Someone's gonna be like, you made an edgy joke, and then everyone's gonna be all like, oh my god, we needed to join this guy. But I don't think I care. I don't care that much. Yeah. Ow! A lot of... Oh, nah, actually that's not talk for on here. I was gonna start talking politics, but I'm not doing that. Because I know one slight little hiccup in that. So no, I'm gonna keep that out. All I know is it's just crazy right now. I'm trying to think what to talk about. Ugh! Oh, this is a keyboard? Oh. Another game I'd like to see remastered? I would really like to see, crap, what is it? It was an unfinished PS2 game, but I really liked it. I liked the aesthetic and, or no, I don't think it was unfinished. What was it called? It was a 3D platformer on the Xbox. It wasn't PlayStation, it was Xbox. I remember I played it on my friend's Xbox, and it was, you played as a scientist, and the scientists, like, turned into different animals and stuff. I think Nitro Rad did a video on it, and when I saw that, I was like, no way! I would love to see that. Ah! Oh, okay. I would love to see more platformers like that return. I want more mascot games. I'm a sucker for mascots. Like, that's why I was kind of disappointed. I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this because they're gonna be like, oh, that's a mascot. But what I mean by mascot is like Pac-Man, he's cartoony and stuff, and Mario and Sonic and Crash Bandicoot. Also, unpopular opinion, but I don't care because Smash fans will cry about any character that gets in their freaking game. The next joke character that I would like to see is I want a joke character so bad in Smash Bros. Like they did with Piranha Plant. And, you guys are probably gonna be like, who's the joke character? Bubsy! I want Bubsy in Smash Bros. So bad. I think that would be hilarious. Put Bubsy as one of the joke characters, and then make it to, like, right in the roster, put him between Mario and Sonic. Put him right in the middle of those two. And just make him while he's fighting. The most annoying thing in fighting games to me. Sorry, my nose just got a little stuffy there. I've just gotten over being sick, so if I sound weird or whatever, that's why. But what was I gonna say? Oh, with Bubsy, I think it's annoying when devs are like, we're gonna make these characters talk about their move while they do it. So all you hear the entire time, why did they give me Metal Pac-Man there? All you hear about when you're fighting Bubsy is like, what could possibly go wrong? This is Possum! My cat-like reflexes! And like, he just spouts random bullshit the entire match. Because I hate when fighting characters do that. I think it makes annoying moves 10 times more annoying. That's why I know everyone, it's like, everyone hates this one. But I really hate PK Fire! PK Freeze! Because it's like, if they weren't moves that you could dish out every 2 seconds, I wouldn't care. Oh my god, my nose is really stuffy. Hold on. I'm blowing my nose real quick. Hopefully my mic doesn't pick it up. Hold on. Okay, as I was saying, I want video game characters like, or what was that? Bubsy. Oh, characters like Ness and characters that like say things while they're fighting. So annoying. That's why I don't really like anime. Because it's like every time they dish an attack, they're like, oh, Pakuki kick, yeah. Or they'll be like Smash Bros. PK fire, PK fire, PK fire, and you just keep doing it. Moves like, I think the one fighting character that does it right is Scorpion with the get over here. That one works pretty well. Alright, little ladies, boys and girls. Wait, I was gonna say little ladies, little boys, boys and girls, men, women, things and such. I think I'm gonna end it here. I wish I could skip this part. The slot machine just like, it's cool. Alright, that'd be a weird outro to say. You know what? I'm gonna keep that because it's weird as shit. Alright, little ladies, little men, little ladies, little gentlemen, little boys, little girls, little everybody, little things, twisted little things. I'm gonna call it here. Oh wait! Okay, I think I just came up with an outro. Alright, you twisted little things. That's how I'm gonna end it. That's it. Just hello, twisted little things. Alright, you twisted little things. I'm gonna end it here, because my nose is stuffed. Allergy medication has worn off. And I don't want to have to blow my nose every 5 fucking seconds. So, I'm going to end it here. If you liked the video, like. If you didn't, dislike. And I will see you all next time, my twisted little things. That's so cringy. That's why I want to keep it. If you would like more news on gaming and everything, join the Discord. It's kind of dead. I won't lie. It's dead right now. But hopefully we can make it more active. Join for news, updates about what's going on in my life. If you want to stalk me, little creepos. And I will see you all. Well, probably tomorrow. Because like I said, I'm going to be free all week. I don't really got much going on. So, I will see you all next time.